On March 30th, 2012, this is Pulling You, number 7778, the combo issue, day 3, part 4. Well, welcome back, bridge friends. We've finally reached the concluding segment of our preemptive bidding series, and what better way to conclude our lesson by observing when the big boys and girls preempt with questionable values or occasionally make a week 2 bid with no more than a 5-card suit. Sure, there's always more that first meets the eye, yet here at Bridge Hands, you're always welcome to stop, rewind, and to replay a lesson to ensure there isn't any funny business that's going on at the table. So let's begin by taking a look at some views from the top. Number 1, it should go without saying that professionals bid and play better than us mortals. After all, practice does help make perfect, or at least reduce errors. Number 2, with untold thousands of hands bid and played, over the years pros have learned to evaluate bridge hands better than the rest of the pack. Call them psychics or whatever, the sharks have an uncanny way of sensing action. For instance, while many of us are transfixed on our face cards, the pros are silently observing various opponent tells, gestures, mannerisms, and the like. Of course, the pros are also acutely aware of possible card combinations, roughs, promotions, and other card play possibilities even during the auction phase, long before we are considering the various options during the play phase. Bridge is a bidder's game, especially among ultra-competitive, world-class professionals. Knowing it's often best to enter the auction early and often with reasonable values. So while most mortals do not open at the 1 level without 12 high card points or more, unless you have a singleton or a void, you will find that the pros seem to open a fair number of hands that most would pass without a second thought. Then again, having the ability to eke out value of every card of the hand for the professional, it allows them to value working spot cards and other environmental factors we've discussed in earlier segments, not the least of which is, right, vulnerability. The bottom line, before seizing power with your omnipotent bid and hand, just be sure you know what you're going to do when you're in charge during the play phase. On our first hand, we hold a 6-3-3-2 shape with 9 high card points. What would you bid with this hand? Under what circumstance would it make a difference? Well, aside from the obvious downside of holding 2 lordly honors in hearts, the intermediate body cards are certainly a big plus. Also, those questionable honors in the minors should be useful if partner has a fair hand. Assuming we are non-vulnerable, despite the glaring initial defects, this would be a reasonable hand to make a 2-heart preempt in first, third, or even second seat for that matter. That said, most of the time professionals would think twice before opening this hand when vulnerable. With only one quick trick and no semblance of a running suit, the style of most top players promises a semi-self-sustaining suit, and this hand simply doesn't cut it. Just imagine the disappointment if your partner held ace doubleton in hearts with a huge hand and a contract wound up in 6 hearts. All right, now let's take a look at the scenario with outside honors, yet weak trump honors. On our second hand, this 6-3-3-2 hand certainly has punky trump honors. Nice body cards, yet only the queen 10 for honor values, with no primary honors in our proposed trump suit. However, we do hold 3 honors in the minor suits, including possible working values with the diamond ace jack third, and we have a queen doubleton of clubs. So what's your call this time? Well, actually, when we're considering the merits of preempts, we would prefer that our side suit honors were in minor suits, holding more than a modicum of honors and spot cards in one or both majors might cause our partner to miss a makeable game should we preempt with values useful for partner to make that major suit game. But on this hand, with 2 stray honors in the diamond suit and questionable queen doubleton in clubs, these extras tend to offset the inadequate hard honors. With our conservative bidders and a fair number of our disciplined bidders, they would probably not care to preempt this hand. However, I would hope some of you would consider making a week 2 bid if the diamond and heart suit values were reversed. So again, in first or second seat, our aggressive bidders will make a week 2 preempt when non-vulnerable, and hopefully everyone would consider making a preemptive bid in the third seat. Okay, well, how about bidding with outside honors and fair trump? On hand 3, we do have another 6-3-3-2 shape. While we do own the master spade suit and our honors are a bit stronger, we have lost the outside ace-jack third. Do you like this hand enough to venture a bid? And if so, when? Well, again, our intermediate body cards are a blessing. And they're blessing us this time with the Queen 10 third. And happily, they're in a minor suit, clubs here. So your bid was? Okay, again, if you're non-vulnerable and are either an aggressive or a disciplined bidder, then this would be a reasonable time to make a week 2 spade preempt. And if you're a conservative bidder, I hope that you might be willing to consider risking 2 spades preempts with great body cards we have in this situation. Now let's take a look at hands with a 6-5-2-0 shape. And by the way, if we were to move those diamonds, both of them, to the club suit, please do not consider preempting at the 2, 3, or 4 level. Upon careful inspection, we note that both of these suits are nearly self-sustaining, each having a suit quality of 8. Spades are 2 plus 6, and clubs are 3 plus 5. So with fair fit in the black suits with partner, we have only 2 losers in each of the 3 suits. That means if partner has 3 primary cover card honors, game is in the cards with our marvelous 6-5 and excellent body cards. As the saying goes, with 6-5 come alive. Okay, while hands like these are hard to bid and lack any type of a money-back guarantee, we do have the good fortune to own the magnificent spade suit. So we don't have to worry about partner rebidding a suit at a higher ranking level than us at the same bidding level. It would have to bid at a higher level, them showing extra values. Now, many aggressive bidders would open this hand 1 spade. Some would initially pass and come in the auction later if given a chance. And a few damn the torpedoes types of bidders might open 4 spades. Now you know who you are, don't you? If not, I'm sure your partners would be willing to point you out. Now let's take a look at the third seat bidding scenario. Looking at our 4th hand with another 6-3-2-2 shape, we're dealt a fair 6-card heart suit with a semi-self-sustained suit and an outside king. Now in third seat, even the disciplined bidder will be happy to make a week 2 heart preempt with favorable vulnerability. But wait, there's more, at least for you aggressive bidders out there. And what would the aggressive types bid with favorable vulnerability? Well, how about making a 3 heart preempt? After hearing 2 passes and looking at our 5-pointer, we know our left-hand opponent has 1 no trump or stronger values, right? Now our main fear is that the left-hand opponent would pass and a bold right-hand opponent would make a reopening double with maybe 10 points and 0 to 1 hearts. Now setting the tramp, the left-hand opponent happily passes, converting the takeout double to a penalty double. Yet aggressive types of bidders don't lose a lot of sleep over this scenario, figuring if the preempt gets good results at least 51% of the time, it's good enough for them. Besides, passed hand partner might have a good 11 high card points with major suit help and easily make the contract. One last thought. Unless you and your partner have a high tolerance for pain, do not make a third seat 3 spade call, since most opponents play a double at 3 spade level is for penalty, or at least shows cards asking partner to pass without help or bid with a good chance to make game. Good advice for all of us, wouldn't you say? Okay, well, how about third seat bidding with 100 honors? Now on this 6-3-3-2 hand, our heart suit is sparkling with 100 honors and more. Again, in third seat, our aggressive bidders will have no problem with a 3-heart preempt and favorable vulnerability. Come to think of it, Even our disciplined bidder should stretch to make 3-heart preempt here as well. So it's now or never. Just avoid making a speculative call when vulnerable and holding spades as we've discussed earlier. Okay, how about third seat bidding? Bid slow with intermediates. Now this time we hold a more shapely 6, 4, 2, 1, including king, queen 6 times in spades, ace doubleton in hearts, and a stiff diamond, and jack 4 times in clubs. Ignoring the vulnerability, relative bidding seat, and the weather, what's your call with this holding? Well, with nice body cards, and perhaps 6 losing trick count hand, or better with a partnership fit, we start off bidding slowly. 1 spade is fine and dandy. Now, as we've been discussing, when holding the spade suit, we have the luxury of elegantly rebidding the master suit. Now, mind you, if you hold a singleton spade and 6-4 in the minors, then our only hope is that partner can place the contract in 3 no trump, hopefully with a stopper or 2 in our singleton suit, and then run our long 6-card minor. Okay, later in this lesson we're going to be focusing on preempts with 5-card suits, so let's see what our first professional has to say about this subject. Now here we hold a garden variety 5-3-3-2 shaped hand, and no one is vulnerable. In third seat, should you make a call with lots of intermediate body cards? Well, if you're leaning toward the way the pros bid the hand, then by all means, yes, consider opening 2 hearts with your excellent body cards. After all, you do hold 7 honors of sorts, plus 3 nines, and your heart suit is 5 of the top 7 for what it's worth. True, we only have 1 quick trick, so this is not the type of hand to make a preemptive call when vulnerable. Now we'll take a look at another world-class pro and author's view on bidding criteria for preempts. Now these hand segments come to us from the website of Larry Cohen. More on this in just a moment. It is okay to open with the side suit void, provided you don't have a good 4-card side suit major. Now here we hold a void in spades, 3 small hearts, 6 diamonds to the king, jack 10, and the queen 4th in clubs. Thus, making a preempt with a 4-card side suit is cool, but not with a husky suit headed by several honors, and certainly not a gorgeous suit like this one with ace, queen, 10, 4 times in a suit. While suit quality is a good start, don't overlook intermediate spot cards. Even when holding 2 toppers like the ace-king 6th, that lovely holding actually may take less tricks than queen running 6 times, lacking a partnership fit. Now notice on the weak hand, we are guaranteed to take 4 tricks. Still, personally, I suppose there is a counter-argument to be made when propelling the auction toward slam. Strive to have better values when preempting in second seat, especially when vulnerable. While a 6-3-3-2 hand with king jack 6th in hearts, queen 3 times in spades, and small doubleton in the minors is appropriate values when non-vulnerable, it's wise to avoid this call in second seat, especially when vulnerable. The next 3 hands come from Larry Cohen's excellent book and software program, My Favorite 52 Hands. These hands relive his memorable championships over the years. To see the entire bidding sequence play and his great analysis, please go to www.larryco.com. That's www.larryco.com. On his hand number 33, you are dealt a 6-3-3-2 hand with ace, king, queen, 10, 6 times, and no help in the 2 doubleton majors or the 3-card minor suit. But the twist on this hand is you are dealt 6-card suit in clubs, and both sides are vulnerable. Got your bid? Oops, there is a twist. Your left-hand opponent first opens 1 spade, and your right-hand opponent responds 2 diamonds, making a 2/1 call. So what's your call? Do you bid or pass? Well, despite being vulnerable and the opponents having game-going values, Larry recommends stepping in with a 3-club bid. Yes, if your partner is bust, you could go down 3. Still, your club suit is very attractive and makes a wonderful lead director. Besides, the opponents are vulnerable, and the possibility of even looking beyond game, bonus, and dreaming about a trip to Slam City is perhaps in the cards for them, so we want a good lead direction signal here. On hand number 46, we're dealt a 7-3-3-0 hand with King, 10, 9, 7 times, Ace, third, and hearts, 3 spade babies, and a club void. Left-hand opponent opens 1 spade. Partner passes, and your right-hand opponent responds 1 no trump. Do you still care to make a call? Still interested if you're vulnerable? Or worse yet, how about if you're facing adverse vulnerability? Do you care to enter the auction vulnerable versus snot? Well, despite so many defects, Larry actually suggests overcalling 2 diamonds rather than selling out. Here's a few offsetting factors. 1, don't make it easy for the opponents to find a club fit. Number 2, with the 10-9-7 along with the king, any diamond lead should be productive. Either the ace, the queen, or the jack, all those leads are fine and dandy. Number 3, we do hold a 7-card suit, so bidding at the 2 level helps to offset our punky diamond suit. Number 4, should the opponents end up in 3 no trump, and we have an outside heart ace here, we'd love partner to begin by leading the diamond suit. Be it an ace, a queen, whichever, either of those in a second diamond. Now on balance, while even a reasonably sane, aggressive player would never consider bidding 2 diamonds with a 6-card suit, here we can fudge a bit. That said, with adverse vulnerability, I doubt you'd find many pros giving serious consideration to opening a weak 2 diamond bid in first or second seat. But in third seat after 2 passes, sure, I suspect you'd see a lot of 2 diamond bids. I'll leave it up to your intuition whether folks would risk opening 3 diamonds in third seat, seemingly a player looking to roll the proverbial dice of chance. But one thing is certain, if you preemptively open with a 2 diamond call and partner passes, you are forbidden to rebid 3 diamonds based upon your 7-card suit. When preempting, we make our one and only bid and take our chances. We must not rebid our preempt suit unless compelled to do so by our partner, such as when they make a takeout double, make a Q bid of the opponent's suits, and so forth. Okay, this time on hand 52, with everyone vulnerable and sitting in first seat, you're dealt a 6-4-2-1 shape with king, 10, 6th in spades, queen, jack, 4th in clubs, 2 small diamonds, and a baby heart. What's your call? And the answer is yes, we preempt bidding 2 spades. Despite our poor spades, they are offset by a club suit with working honors. True, we don't particularly care to preempt with 2 honors in a side suit that instead should be accompanying our spade suit. But pros tend to bid on the aggressive side, and in this situation, an argument could be made that preempting in the master spade suit does make it harder for the opponents to find a heart, game, or slam. On the other hand, if your left-hand opponent uses the gratuitous information you've shared about your spade suit to help them find an otherwise unbiddable 3 no trump contract, well, you get the idea. And based on our prior discussion about environmental factors, try not to preempt with holdings like this in the second seat. If we reversed the black suits and we were holding 2 side suit honors in spades, we certainly should not consider a preempt except after 2 passes and we were sitting in the third seat. Or if we reversed the spades and diamonds, we still would not want to consider a weak 2 diamond call. Recall that a 2 diamond preempt in first and second seat should show at least a genuine semi-self-sustaining suit. After all, you wouldn't want to disappoint your partner by tabling a long, funky minor suit like this as the dummy when your partner wound up in 3 no trump, or worse yet, 6 no trump contract. Okay, now that we're getting warmed up, observing the pros and watching their creative bidding juices flow, in our next segment we will kibitz the pros, giving it their best plays at the 2012 Toronto Nationals, competing in the finals of the prestigious Spingole tournament. We will witness the pros bidding 17 hands, some with, shall we say, provocative preempt bids, or opening at the 1 level with as few as 9 high card points. Then for those of you who want to tinker preempting with shapely 5 card suits, that is a 5-4-3-1 shape, we'll cover interesting adaptation of the August convention to ascertain if partner is preempting with either a 5 or 6 card suit, as well as the overall strength of the hand. All right, I'll see you soon over on part 4B of our combo episode, number 7778. Happy bridge trails.